Good work in the breakdown. This is great stuff. This dropping for the line.
Not only are they two of the oldest schools in South Africa, rich in tradition, but right now they're both rated 1 grade, 2 Paarl Boys. I know the ratings are a little bit up and down in the country, but that's where it lies at the moment. And a traditional schools game where the mouth waters as to the prospects here at Grey College in Bloemfontein. Welcome, and this Premier Interschools game. There's the Paarl Boys hide, and scattered with guys who particularly played in the Grand Como under-16 provincial tournament. Academy Week players as well. Abner van Reen, and they played Craven Week for the Bulls out of Garsfontein. He is now down at the Boer Jongen School, as it has become known. Grey College also changed at fly half with the South African schools cricketer Christopher Schroeder comes in from injury. They have an injury to Nordier, so change in the front row. Marcel Tjenison is their captain, and 3 Craven Week players in Kriel, Pretorius and Van Heinenen are in the back line. So it'll be interesting to see how it's interesting that so many fly halves are also good rugby players. Think back on Peter Kirsten and Lee Barnard and Herschel Gibbs, and the last double international in rugby and cricket, Tony Harris, was a fly half way back in 1937. With me in commentary today is Gareth Wright.
Well, thanks, Hugh, and it should be an epic encounter this afternoon. Of course, both these sides are unbeaten in South Africa this year. Paarl Boys went on tour to New Zealand and suffered their first defeat in 3 seasons to Christchurch Boys College by 38-36. However, last week they put Wynberg to the sword, while the home side Grey snuck in against Uffies. And the centre pairing of Van Heineken and Pretorius should be a feature to watch, and their battle against Ensslin and Milan should be one of the features of this afternoon's clash.
Paarl will be captained by number 8 Franke Horn, who is the South African aide. And so they're both sides littered with talented players. Interesting that the Rikus Pretorius, the Grey College centre, is 1.9 metres tall and weighs in at 100 kgs. I was doing a little research on the Paarl Boys Springboks. One of them, the great Wim Boy Low, who played his first 2 tests at Lock. He was 1.8 metres and weighed 90 kilograms. Played in every test match bar one from 1928 to 1938, and played just 18 test matches. If he'd played 10 years today, he probably would have played over 100. And so Grey will be in their all blue strip, with Paarl in their familiar dark blue, light blue and white. The referee today is Peter Janse van Vuren. He will be assisted by Darren Colby and Siyanda Kosa. So it will be Christopher Schroeder to kick off. Beautiful day here in Bloemfontein. Rain all around Johannesburg, freezing temperatures, but yeah, it is Grey who are on the attack. A well-judged kick that, and a great chase up by the Grey players. Scrum half is Mayberg for Paarl Boys.
Well, just to start, Grey College would have wanted a high-hanging restart. Pressure on Van Renen, and they've got a line out inside that 10-metre area of Paarl Boys.
That's good line-out work by David Marais. Straight running, the contest there, brilliantly contested there by Paarl Boys. It comes away from Milan. The centre, now Grey back in possession with Pretorius.
Tackle it out!
Brody, the big Vian Marais, the loose head prop. Brody Well, it's a long pass, well judged by Creel. One of those three boys who played in the Craven Week last year. Only three of the backs, none of the forwards. The front rankers coming in and putting in some good runs up to the Paarl 22. Left behind by Marcel Tunison. Referee playing on an advantage for Paarl. Now scrum time, it will be Paarl who have produced, well, Paarl, one might say, the scrum, the front row factory of South African rugby.
Of course, their last man who represented South Africa was Frans Malherbe. As you just saw, Tennyson, the captain of Grey College, knocking on. And it's been all the home side in the opening 2 or so minutes.
Crouch.
Grey College haven't won this contest in the last 3 years, so they'll be itching to turn the tables on their Cape neighbours.
Okay, I want you closer. Don't put your feet too far behind. Closer.
Go boys, go back three.
Go with you.
Go boys. Now go, go.
Heads into spaces, please. Crouch.
Go.
Bind.
Go, go.
Sit.
Go. And fire.
Well, that's the first free kick I've seen all season for a screw throw into the scrum. Something one's been watching, so it's a big run again by Murray, who's been influential in those charges downfield. Nice hands and rhythm by Schroeder, then for Pretorius.
Ball is the ball.
So all grey at the moment.
6.
Good start by them. But Paarl in possession.
Get on.
Coming for Mayberg.
Stop.
Away for Flutour, who played fly half against Affies last week, now on the left wing to make place for Christopher Schroeder at fly half. Mayberg, good ball is for Paarl. Little dab is good. Chase up there by Ferreira, also by Abrams, the live wire fullback.
One more, no more. Down. Your ball.
Well, the ebb and flow of this
Skew. 9 skew.
inter-schools game between Grey and Paarl Boys, and it's a vigorous work on at the breakdown by Paarl Boys that has saved their blushes. Have managed to hack it downfield, but some neat tidying up by Grey College, in particular Saliers and Creel have won them a scrum just outside their own 22-metre area.
Well, Brody would have realised that he can't put the ball under his own forward's feet there from the referee's strictness if the referee is consistent.
Front rows, please, go to me.
Now he will give the front rankers a lecture. Just having a look at the size of Franco Horn.
Okay, ons gaan nie jou game
The
so
big lad, the number 18 captain.
Spot your body weight, ons gaan in, okay? Kijk, ons gaan.
Paul Roos just pipping Grey College in the number of Springboks produced over the years. Paul Roos with 52, Grey College with 46, Paarl Boys high 26. But since 1992, significantly, Grey College have produced twice as many Springboks as any other school.
It's just a testament to what goes on down here in Bloemfontein. A rugby haven for those who play the game.
Brody, strong run by Pretorius again and
6.
winning the penalty
Just
immediately.
entry.
Vian Ferry, playing his second year in first 15, was penalised. I remember seeing Vian Ferry in a schools game last year. Not the biggest lad, but gee, does he get around the park and play with fire.
Your angle was just wrong, that's
It's
all.
a brilliant touch finder from Schroeder, and as he has whacked it downfield. As we saw Vian Ferry coming in from the side, being penalised. And now Grey have an attacking line out inside that Paarl Boys 22-metre area.
Trailing with his throats. Good clean line out ball for Grey. Still using their forwards, but now getting the backs involved. It's Henk Salier, the right wing. Brody. Schroeder. Seen a little opening. Looks like he's got good rhythm, Schroeder. Brody again. Oh, clean through. Scrum half saw the opening and gets this 4,000 plus crowd on their feet.
Oh, concerted pressure from Grey College has proved fruitful as their number 9 in Ross Brody threw a dummy. It opened up like the Red Sea in front of him, and he had enough pace to beat the cross-covering dive from Fakir Abrams. And just the start this home side would have wanted.
Schroeder entrusted with the place kicking duties, taking over from Torres from last week, and raises the flags.
Well, it just splintered in front of him as the Paarl Boys' defence was too tight, and Ross Brody has broken the shackles down here in Bloemfontein.
Well, so far, Paarl battling to get out of their own half, so Grey have applied the pressure throughout. Committing there was Marcel Tiernason, who comes for Paarl. They need a little to retain a bit of possession. Played back by Horn. And the penalty going the way of Paarl Boys High.
Andre Roux being penalised for offside play as Abner van Reenen has decided to plug away at the touchline, and he's put in a useful kick to put his side in a fortuitous position.
You can see the cloud in the background there, but at the moment here at Grey College, bright sunshine. And the crowd enjoying it, a big crowd here.
3 step 3.
Better possession for Paarl. Oh no, well, there was obviously a knock on there at the line out, and so the advantage going to the home side.
And the coaching staff of Shawnee Rasmus and Elmo Wolford will be disappointed with that. It's the first time they've had a real opportunity to get points. They turned down the 3 that were on offer, and they've made an elementary error inside that 5-meter area of Grey.
Well, he talks about those coaches of Paarl, Wessel du Plessis and Thewis de Bruin, the coaches of Grey College, both with a high level of rugby experience. Of course, Thewis de Bruin for some seasons, the Free State Cheetahs scrum half, both old boys.
Well, it was quick ball that they would have wanted to exit from, and unfortunately for Ricus Pretorius, the slightest of knock-ons. In a wonderful field position now for Paarl Boys. They've got numbers left and right, and it's just which side they decide to play. Look out for Fakir Abrams. He's got jet shoes, and if he gets the ball in hand, it could be drama for Grey.
Well, he's lining up behind the scrum. He's in a white scrum cap, so easily spottable. Then Ensland on his outside in the number 13 jersey, Grant Como, player from 2015. Grant Como, the equivalent of the Craven Week at under 16 level. So it will be Mayberg who will make sure he feeds the scrum correctly. Horn, Mayberg. Then on the outside went Van Reenen, but well read by the Grey defence. Quickly up, the Grey defence looks well organised, with Paarl now climbing into that ruck situation. Mayberg, then Strauss. Mayberg getting again. The defence of Grey is still holding tight. Comes for the scrum half once more. Good hands there in the way for Roos.
Release then.
They just need to maintain their patience. These already saw the quick feet there of Abrams, the full-back, and if he gets a little bit of space to move in, it could be exciting stuff.
Playing scrum up without the ball.
Well,
So
Grey College.
Sorry, Gareth, another penalty for Paarl.
Grey College being penalised for playing the scrum off, which is illegal. This is where the move broke down.
So it's Wilhelm Barnard finding his line-out man in the line-outs there, Kotze and Alberts. The two lock forwards. Wonderful maul this by Paarl. Crashing over. So it's Simelaya. Wow! For Paarl Boys. And it looked like the hooker, Gareth. There he is, Wilhelm Barnard.
Oh, it's just the retort Paarl Boys would have wanted. They got the maul moving in unison, all 8 pumping towards that grey try line, and Barnard is in for his 5-pointer, and it'll be left up to Abner van Rieenen to see if he can level matters down here at Grey College.
Deathly quiet, which is great to hear, but the flags aren't raised.
Yeah, it's fine, I think.
Moore started to move forward, and then they thundered through a splintered grey defence, and Barnard was the recipient of a wonderful driving maul.
Another good kickoff by Schroeder.
Get on.
Good reply by Gray and Abner again. Trying to find a bit of space, but that tight marking there by Gray.
One chance to place it.
Another penalty going the way of the home side, and Chris Schroeder will try and extend this lead to 5 points. 2 penalties apiece thus far, but the penalties for Grey have been in a kicking position, hence the opportunity for Schroeder to extend this lead. He does so well. His timing is impeccable off the ground. He's got a lazy swing, and he should bring it in from left to right here.
Well, it just went away to the left-hand side of the uprights. Perfect kicking conditions here on the grey field, with a very, very slight breeze, but nothing to speak of. Abner. Schroeder. Cillier. Got pace, has Cillier. Henk Cillier scored a super try against Offies last week. Now it's with Tennison. Good run by the skipper. Brody will want to feed up. Well, they've got this big lad, Vion Marais, who indulges in these barging runs. Now Pretorius, good stepping by the big man. Kenny van Heinigen, beautiful understanding by the centres. Great vision by Pretorius. Brody waiting for a runner, finds a Fincham. Brody again, great service to Schroeder. Now it's Creel. The lanky fullback, David Creel, also a veteran of last year's Craven Week. Worked up to Ruan Greilen, the hooker. And welcome relief for a beleaguered Paarl Boys defence.
Well, there were 6s and 7s were Paarl Boys. The flick inside from Brody just didn't go to Cillier's hands. And it's his electric pace and getting to the breakdown that is causing Paarl Boys real problems. They're getting quick ball of Grey College, and they're spinning this Paarl Boys side left and right at the moment. This is one area of the game that Paarl Boys have had the ascendancy. They've got a stellar front row in Strauss, Dupree and Barnard.
Stay shoulder.
Well, the pressure coming from Gray, but
Good.
it comes
Fine.
quite cleanly to Mayberg. Van Rienen left out at that stage. Abner Van Rienen. Oh, good play here from Creole. Fighting his way through tackles. And the passing is beautiful. Van Heiningen. Can he find Celia? Van Heiningen. Oh, there's been a clash between two of the Paarl Boys high players. And it's Vianfourie who stayed down, but still Gray attack. Brody waiting for a quick ball.
4.
And the referee saying offside, pointing out or calling out Cornel Kotza, the lock forward. And sadly, Vianfourie is still down. Came back with I'd say he's a player who plays, reminds me a little bit of Quagga Smith. He's very quick around the park, anticipates well and plays at 110%.
Well, it was a sickening clash of heads between him and one of his teammates as Schroeder extends the lead. Now surely the referee will have to stop proceeding so they can get the attention needed for Fourie. One thing I must say, the medical attention down here at Grey College is par excellence.
It's been running time, so
Just
to
a
stop
clash of
more
heads,
to
awful to see. But he's in
Later ook.
very good hands.
Zoek nog bij, drieën.
Well, they will wait to see what the situation is. Referee asking whether Paarl don't want to send on a replacement.
And he's moving about his Fourie, and that's a good sign. Got him onto an upright position, but surely he needs to be replaced now. Vianfourie, the man receiving the medical attention as the game is restarted.
Good take there by
Second back.
Andre Kotza-Roux.
Second time, can't take it. Rock form.
One might say there's this
Beaten by the
term,
ruck.
beaten by the ruck, which means a player goes in just too late after the ruck has been formed.
And it seems to be Paarl Boys' Achilles heel at the moment. They've been penalised left, right and centre at the breakdown. Well, I think that's a harsh call. He looked like he was the first man in. He had all the rights to the ball. But their tactic is clear. They want to disrupt this Grey side at the breakdown and turn over their possession.
Steal by Paarl. Sometimes those tap steals, I think, can put a side under pressure. Is it plenty of needle here? A lot of pride to be played for. Grey College formed back in 1855. Paarl Boys 1868. Wonderful, wonderful traditions.
Just the knock-on coming from Grey College has given Paarl Boys a scrum. And quite remarkably, Vianfourie is back up on his feet and in position on the side of the scrum.
Sit.
Brody thought that might have been a quick reactions by the young man whose cousin played in the first 15 a couple of years ago, also at scrum half.
Just coming out the mouth of the scrum. Brody thought he was in for an easy run in, but it wasn't to be.
Bind. Sit.
Mayberg, Van Rienen. Well, he sort of used the banana kick there, well read by Flatour. He's got quick feet. I say he had a useful game at fly half, moving from wing to replace the injured Schroeder against Duffy's. Now Schroeder gets the line away. Van Heiningen and Creole just couldn't get it into the hands of Cilliers. Now good little dart by Van Rienen for Paarl.
Well, it just looks like King Cilliers has left his catching skills in the change room. That's the second one he's knocked on with the line at his beckoning. Get a clear run in there.
Henk Cilliers, Janku Heiningen and Rikus Pretorius played South African School Sevens.
Crouch.
So backline
Bye.
packed with talent.
Sit.
And Paarl need to get that ball moving down the line. They haven't quite
Injured.
found their rhythm in the backs as yet.
Well, this time, Grey College being penalised for collapsing the scrum. And this will hand Van Rienen an opportunity to carve some territory off down this grandstand touchline. And he's done so with aplomb.
Lane's middle.
Just on the loosehead side, it was John Fincham being penalised for collapsing.
So the throw by the try scorer Barnard. Mayberg, Van Rienen, that's a bit of better rhythm, and you see how it extends the Grey defences if they move the ball a little bit wide with rhythm. Abrams came into the line, but the referee had earlier on right at the line out indicated a penalty to Paarl Boys High.
Number 4. Line A.
It was the jumper that was impeded at line out time by Grey College, and I'm not sure if this is the right tactic from Paarl Boys. It's in an easy kickable position for Van Rienen. As you see the move breaking down, the final throws, and Sean Tate just dropping the pass from Abrams.
Well, they may well go for that maul try again. Paarl Boys here, and they've got it over the line. Is it Barnard who gets up with the ball again? Yeah, it looks like it's Viamfari. Great courage by the flank forward.
Well, he's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Viamfari, they've proved me wrong if Paarl Boys decided to pursue with a line-out tactic. Viamfari pirouettes in from a metre out, and he's got in for the second try for Paarl Boys. And now, for the first time in this contest, if Van Rienen can knock this over, they'll get their noses in front, all the men from Paarl.
And that will be quite well wide.
From the ensuing line-out, good work by the lock in the form of Cornell Cotter, and then Fourie was the man who took charge and bundled over for his 5-pointer.
The run back is strong for Paarl Boys High, setting it up for Mayberg.
Second back.
Van Rienen.
Stop.
Schroeder. Oh, that's dreadful defence by Paarl, and has opened it up for Schroeder. Finds Creel. Brody. Here they go via Marais again. It's about his fourth carry, the big number 1. Pretorius. South African School Centre, and it opens up beautifully for Wycliffe Latour. So great reply that by Gray.
Well, it was from an awful exit from Paarl Boys, and Wycliffe Latour has gone in for Gray's second try. Good running by Pretorius, just sucked in number of defenders, and unselfish play from Devet Marais freed up Latour. And Grey College have responded straight away with a try of their own, and they are back in front in the Seesaw contest.
Good launch by Schroeder, and it's a great kick.
Oh, what they did so well, they moved the ball into space, did Great College. Schroeder sucking in a number of defenders. Straightening and passing was the lanky number 5 in Devet Maria, and Flatour finished the movement off.
Again, good line-out play there by Andre Roux. When the ball goes in that area, he is the man responsible, or the young man responsible. Turnover for Paarl, who brings a great cheer from their packed grandstand.
Just what I can't understand these days is, just like scrums and lineouts, the restart is such a critical part of the game, and I just don't think teams spend enough time refining their skills at restart time. Your points don't count until you get back in the opposition half. There's a famous statement from Dr. Cecil Moss, who coached the Springboks for a number of years, as we see the loose-head prop of Maria getting some attention.
Herman Achenbach taking the field. Cecil Moss, the oldest living Springbok.
Quite remarkably, coached the Springboks to a victory over the Cavaliers in '86, and of course he played in that famous 1949 series on the wing. They whitewashed the All Blacks 4-0.
Fine. Sit. Is nog niet. Krijg je binding lekker lang?
Well, both school supporters are in full song, full voice. It's a chance here for Paarl Boys side to attack.
Bind. Sit.
Angle. Let's go.
You and you come here, please. Jullie al terug naar jullie voeten van onder jullie bouwen en krijgen. Naar jullie punt krijgen, jullie bodyweight kan support. Altijd voor jullie voeten terug. En van jullie al 2 inch. Zoals hou hem boer, we houden het safe, oké?
Just look at that possession, even Stevens territory. Well, nothing much in it. And it's Great College, one might say, who've taken their chances better than Paarl Boys at this stage.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
There's quite obviously a terrific understanding between their two centres, Rickers Pretorius and Van Heijningen, and launched by Schroeder, but the right wing Stuart Tate coming into the Paarl backline. Now at Abrams. One feels that he mustn't try and force the situation, Abrams, but given a little bit of room, he could be extremely dangerous. Maybach had a good carry there, the Paarl scrum half. The referee was waiting for an advantage. And one of the great players off their feet.
Support bodyweight, please.
There have been plenty of breakdown penalties, and this time it was the replacement Achenbach who was penalised for going off his feet. At some stage the ref needs to have a chat to both captains and say, look fellas, the next one is going to get a yellow card, because it's becoming somewhat of a problem in this contest as Paarl Boys decide to go for the line out yet again.
Well, we could yet again see another maul situation where the ball hasn't been gathered in the line out. It's a chance for Gray to relieve via Schroeder. It's a good kick under extreme pressure by the Grey fly half.
And there you see the kicks from hand, 5 from Paarl Boys to the solitary run from Chris Schroeder, exiting from inside his own dead ball area.
Throw in by Barnard, needs to be a little bit more accurate, and well, again it's a lost line out for Paarl in 2 vital situations. But it looks like it comes from Maybach eventually. Van Rienen, is he trying to do too much on his own? Held up there by Vian Marais, one of the
7, if it's a ball, he can't come from the side. It's still from the back.
Side
Still
entry by Grey Cottage.
7.
Well, will they bang away at the touchline again? The instruction will come from Frankenhorn. And so Van Rienen in a familiar action.
As de Moor is, moest iets naar achteraf inkomen.
Well, he's penalised Marcel Tennyson for coming in from the wrong side from the maul. It was a choke tackle. They're holding him up. And you see Tennyson, well, you be the judge at home. I find that's a bizarre call from the referee.
Take it out, please.
Bit of attention to Barnard now. This is 2 lineouts lost in a row. Well, not cleanly caught. They eventually got the last line out, but it was all a little scrappy. Now this is not a timely replacement situation for Paarl.
It's up, just bloody.
On will come Cullen van der Merwe.
Of course, Cullen's dad, Kobus van der Merwe, will be watching with delight.
That's much better. Now the chance, a platform to maul this up strongly. This could be a penalty if they collapse the maul, Gray. And in fact, if they get on the go, the chance of a penalty try for Paarl Boys high. Coming for Maybach, but pretty slowly. Charge forward again. There is by that hard-working flank forward, Fourie. Promising for Paarl this. Referee's indication is a knock-on by one of the Grey defenders, and a little bit of pushing and shoving going on.
Oh, some stoic defence from Grey College. What they've done well, close to their line, they've chopped legs. They've allowed them to contest the ball on the ground. Just unfortunately for the home side, the knock-on came in. And a little bit of handbags afterwards.
Ik weet die goal, maar wij is die doelpunt bij staan nu weg. Wacht het vooruit boet. Ja.
Paarl Boys just have lacked a bit of rhythm in their continuity of catching and passing. They're somewhat lateral. They need somebody to straighten the line, square attack.
Yeah, I think it all starts with the fly half, where I think Abner van Rienen just needs to give his outside backs a little bit more possession. He's tried 1 or 2 kicks, 1 or 2 have been effective. He's tried to force gaps when there haven't been gaps, so maybe the good tactic would be just to give it. It's a great scrum by Gray, putting pressure, but it's still with Paarl at scrum time. 35 minutes to be played at schoolboy level, remember. But as anticipated, it's a tough battle.
Crouch. Fine.
If Paarl Boys can get in it for a 5-pointer here, it'll be just a tonic that their coaching staff would have ordered just on half-time.
Release 10.
Again, they're trying to force the gap a little bit, but now they get on the front foot. Good play by the Paarl forwards. Taken forward there by Fourie. He is working his heart out. Another penalty. Now this is yet another penalty to Paarl, and there's a he pulled out a red card for a moment, and the player's heart must have gone in his mouth, but eventually he got the yellow one out, did the referee Peter Janssen van Vuren.
Poor Ron Greylam's eyes grew an extra 10 centimeters as he saw the red card coming out of Peter Janssen van Vuren's pocket. But this is the right tactic. Go for the scrum. They're man down in the hooking position. They're going to have to put in another hooker and take off a loose forward.
Well, back onto the field comes John Henry Fincham.
Iemand is af nie. Ja, wie's on off?
Remember, at schoolboy level, you can't push more than 1.5 meters. So it's nullified Paarl Boys' decision somewhat. Their lineouts haven't functioned the last 10 or so minutes. They've gone a little bit awry. So maybe they'll use the scrum platform to try and work their magic. Of course, it'll be 7 on 7 at schoolboy level because they need to have somebody who drops out.
And so it's Barnard who's back on the field in the middle of the Paarl scrum. Well controlled by Horn. Mayberg, Van Rieenen getting it out wide for Ensland. Mayberg again, good quick ball. Van Rieenen, oh, he's found his fullback. Wonderful try for Abrams, and Paarl found their rhythm in that situation.
On the stroke of half-time, it is Fakir Abrams who's got in for try number 3 for the men from Paarl Boys. It was quick ball, spun out to Van Rieenen. He found the slightest of openings. They fell for a dummy, and a wonderful offload into the hands of Abrams, who has got in for their third 5-pointer.
So it's just a kicking situation that have kept Paarl Boys high behind Grey College. The kick to come to level the scores, but as yet Van Rieenen with 2 unsuccessful conversion attempts. Schroeder's kicked 2 conversions and a penalty. 3 tries to Paarl, 2 to Grey College. Beautiful to hear the silence. And away again, and so the referee's whistle goes for half-time, and an entertaining half it has been, full of competitive vigor by both sides, and 2 tries, both converted by Gray. Penalty for Schroeder, 3 tries for Paarl Boys High. Gray leads 17 to 15.